do side control, right? And when I'm starting to escape, right, I'm thinking about like what my different options are. One option, vertical escaping, very jiu-jitsu, right? Hips on the ground, legs are coming up off the mat above my head, right? The next one, I would go like side elbow escape. Okay? And I get back to guard. Right? But there's also like the wrestling version of the escape. Right? I'm framing, I'm making space. Once I get him off my chest, I swing that underhook right. Again, trap is my ideal grip. You can grab hip, you can grab lat, but I feel like the higher we get, the more control we have. Right? From here I'm thinking wrestling, right? I start spacing up, stepping over his leg, tapping. But I don't get to the top, right? I'm trying to wrestle, swim puts me back down, and now I'm on my back. Okay? So when I get here, guys, I'm thinking that coyote. Left leg traps his left leg. So my right knee is going to wedge all the way under his knee, and I'm trying to push it that way. So as my left arm pulls, my left leg pulls, my right knee is going to start pushing underneath by doing the front turn. Right? Once I've turned his hip, I start looking for that sweep. Right? One thing we got to worry about, guys, is this guy not falling down. Right? You just let me take him over, but in reality, Swim's got been wrestling. I shoot my hip forward, I take his knee off the mat, I'm under him. I start trying to base, he's going to start trying to base too. Right? And this becomes the fight. This grip is still awesome, right? The more I pull him out with this coyote control, the harder it is for him to go anywhere but that way. And so what if he's got a good knee cut? Right? So I need to be versatile in my attacks too. Right? And I need to be ready for what happens. If he starts to knee cut on me and I feel like I'm losing it, remember like I said, knee in the butt, he starts going through, I'm going to help him, I'll push him over, and I use his come out. Right? But that's not what we're going to focus on. Right? Instead, Swim's going to find his base by bringing his knee across my body and trying to go to the mountain. Right? If I'm not ready for this, I'm going to be in trouble. Right? So our skill we need to pick up here, guys, is controlling that ankle when it's all we have. Right? Hip, lat, trap. So he starts to come across, right? He starts to mount as he does that. I see that space opening up, his legs make a triangle. As that knee cuts across, my hand is going to follow him. So he starts to cut, I start to uppercut and turn my head. Right? The deeper I get, the better. Like if my chest was under his chest right now, I would be stuck. The fact that I can see my shoulder, I don't like it, right? Because if my shoulder's on his side and he just sits back, like onto my elbow, I get pretty stuck in, right? But as I'm landing, I think about shrugging my shoulder and dipping my elbow up to him. Right from here, climb on the back, right? Or sometimes I get that sweep up too. So there's a couple different options. Right, so again, I'm underneath, I'm controlling his ankle, right? But I don't really have control. Swim starts to win, he's driving that knee across my belly. As he does it, his hand comes up, uppercuts, and I'm wrapping around like the back of his thigh. Right? Now as he pushes his knee to mount, I switch my hip. And I throw my elbow up at him. Right? From here, guys, I come out the back, I can start wrestling. Right? But this guy's real good. Right? Like I get here, and I try to wrestle, and he's not going to let me. In which case, I add my hook. Right leg is going to elevate. Now he tries to wrestle away. Right? And this elevation is going to help me either sweep or get back to his back. Make sense, guys? One more time. Right? So just focus on this part. Right? He cuts across, I follow him. My arm switches, my hip switches. Right from here, I'm using my elbow so he doesn't rest. And either I come out to my knees, right? Or I catch, pop my head up. Sometimes he falls, sometimes I start catching him back. Make sense? Would you agree?